I had a great time tonight. Yeah,
it was very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like we have a connection, you know?
We had a connection, that's for sure.
This is the best date I've had so far. I think we can take it to the next level.
I'm sorry. Next level?
Oh, would you look at that? Why don't we have some real fun?
My guy, you took me to McDuck's for our first date off Find Her. The only fun I'm getting is putting you in my group chat. Take me home. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Today's movie is One Night Only. Just to give you a little bit more information about me, I am not a romance movie fan. Has nothing to do with my life. I promise you that. It has nothing to do with it. The genre of romance is notorious for bad writing.
After all that searching for the story of James Fielding, the story I actually found was my own. I found myself. I found my strength, I found my happiness, and I found the man for me. Oh, I know what you're gonna say. James Fielding doesn't even know you exist. What's wrong with Carl? Carl wants you back. I should have just gone back to Carl. I don't want Carl. You know what my problem is?
You like to talk to strangers?
It irks my insides, it irks all of the insides. The cringiness, I just can't. Literally, Hallmark love romance movies are my Halloween. But this one is surprisingly surprising, and I'm so excited to get into it. One Night Only. Going on with the statistics, we have Rotten Tomatoes being 46%, IMDb 6.3 out of 10, Letterboxd is 2.8 out of 5. We have a budget of $25 million poured into this movie, with the box office domestic being $5.7 million and worldwide $12.1 million. I feel bad. I do. The production company for this is Olive Bridge Entertainment, and distribution is Universal Pictures. The director name is Will Gluck, and surprisingly, he made movies like Easy A and a few other movies if you've never heard of him, but you've probably seen a few of his movies.
Like a mole or something on your butt?
No.
Really? Because I feel something.
I don't have a mole. Oh my God! I feel it! Jack! Spiders on bears!
Cinematographer is Yaron Orbach, and the camera that they use is the infamous Arri Alexa 35 with Panavision Promo lenses. The cast in this was hilarious. I honestly didn't expect to laugh as much, but I did, with incredible people: Monica Barbaro, Callum Turner, King Princess, Maya Hawke was in this, Julia Fox, Molly Ringwald, LeVar Burton, and plenty others that sprinkled their way into this film, making it more and more interesting. Little fun tidbit, this was filmed in late autumn of New York, and the main character, Monica, wore heels and a tight dress throughout the duration of this film. When I tell you I'm giving every prop to her, that is not a one-night filming production. It's either weeks or months, sometimes days if it's a short film. So she wore them heels constantly in the cold, in a tight dress, acting like it's summer. You are incredible, ma'am. You are incredible. Before I talk about this movie, a quick disclaimer. Because this is highly intimate, I'm going to replace this word with chili and this word with baggies. Just so you understand, not because I'm uncomfortable talking about it, but because YouTube definitely does not show as many films with certain phrases and words, just based on the nature of what it could represent, mean, all that good stuff. The overview. The federal government has made a mandate that anyone who has premarital chili is going to be in trouble. You can only have premarital chili once a year for 12 hours. That's it. This is a movie, and I think it's still out. If you want to have a laugh, but also see how interesting things can go into the night regarding this concept, I honestly didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I honestly expected to just be on my phone scrolling through just because I need another movie to review. But I was really much like into whatever was happening. It was really interesting. And it's a great concept for a love story. I also will say that this concept does play very well as a horror thriller itself. It can go very wrong, especially with human instincts, desires, puberty. I mean,
Move.
so this definitely can play both ways of being funny and scary. So I did like funny part of how they made this.
Will Gluck tested the movie on viewers and significantly cut many chili-esque footage. There was an intimacy coordinator there too, and many couples were actually together off camera.
Let's get into the spoilers. So we start off with the statement of what's going on in this world, with the federal government shutting down premarital chili except for one day a year. And now is the countdown when it's about to start. So the way they do this, because I was also curious in how they were going to monitor who does and who doesn't have premarital chili, is they have tattoos. You get it. They have tattoos on their wrists that is bioengineered, where they can sense the body heat or some kind of biology within you that can determine whether you are having premarital chili or not. And if your arm is tatted red, it's a no-go. If it's tatted green, it's a go-go.
Yo, baby, I know your feet must be tired because you've been running through my mind all day. Come here, girl.
So they kind of give you the okay when they change the tattoo color on your wrist. And it's of different images. It could be a house, a smiley face, a lamp. So you get to choose the type of image on your wrist so everyone is stamped to know whether you're doing it or not premaritally. So into this, we start off with our main guy character, Owen, who owns a pizza shop in New York, and he lives with his mom, right? So it's rarely realistic when it comes to the financial situations in this world. And he's going on a date with his girlfriend the day of the countdown to propose to her. So he made plans to take her to a sushi restaurant, Japanese restaurant. So they meet up at the sushi restaurant. You know, he's talking about the next steps in their relationship, and she throws in a shocker. She says, I want to have chili with someone else.
What?
Wow. Yeah. She wants to have chili, not with just someone else, but specifically her neighbor. Now, this is a shock, obviously, to Owen because he wanted to be with her on this day. He's obviously upset, and she's just saying, you know, we always go, it's always the same excuse with these couple breakups. We're always doing this. It's very routine. You got to get out of your shell. This is just boring. I want to try something new and fresh. Okay, if you're this bored, you come up with ideas. He needs to try something new, be outside of his box, you know, not be a square or whatever. And so she basically is like, so we're good, right? Wow. Ma'am, you say these words, and this is just in my mind. If you say these words like, I want to be with someone else, especially on the day where we can be with the person we're with in a relationship for premarital chili, we're breaking up. No. There's no, oh, we're good. No, you're good. I'm gonna leave. You enjoy your neighbor. He is now down and sad. He eats the food and drinks the drinks, you know, just sulking in the situation of what just happened. I get it. I do the same.
Let's pull it off. I'm over it for real. I'm over it. I'm over it, bro. And I pray for her downfall every night. Every night. She gonna get what's coming to her. These thoughts, bro, you just can't trust them.
And then as Owen is sulking, he then sees a situation where he saw someone who needs help. And apparently he walked in on a set where Pete Davidson and Bobby is making a film. He's like, why would you make a film right here? I didn't know you guys were filming. Everybody's doing it. There's no paparazzi. Perfect location. They're like, why aren't you doing it? What is going on? You're a handsome dude. That's what Pete is saying. And Owen is like, well, my girlfriend wants to have chili with this neighbor and he looks like this. He pull a picture of Glenn. And Pete is like, oh yeah, well, I get it. And it's like a whole funny, just mind you, once the countdown started, it was like crazyville all over. Now it was tastefully done where it wasn't like full on things showing gross or overtly explicit, but you kind of get the gist that people were doing it everywhere. I'm talking about stores, trains, streets, studios, clubs, libraries, schools, stairs, bathrooms, wherever you can see them, wherever you can find them. It was gross, but it wasn't like so crazy where it was like, ew. And that is the beginning of his story. Then we go into Allie, the other main character, and she is a recording singer where she records music for commercials. You know, and this film definitely amps up on the different diseases and things that you can catch having chili, and it immediately reminded me of
I have.
I have.
I have. Genital herpes.
She also has stage fright and singing, so she's not so comfortable other than recording in a studio. Plus, you know, telling people that you sing about chlamydia is not fun. So she and her friend makes a date to go out and find meaningful relationships during the showdown of having chili. Her friend finds an actual African prince, leaving her by herself. So now she's solo dolo. So she heads back to the apartment and then she meets and bumps into Owen, who comes back from the sushi restaurant. They bump and they have like a cute little meet cute where he's like, you know, the situation is weird, right? So do you have someone or, and she's like, or, and then the situation kind of gets tainted by him throwing up on her shoes. So it kind of just goes downhill for him. Even further. So she gets disgusted. He's trying to explain as he's throwing up. And it's just not going well. So she leaves. He's trying to apologize. She just heads on home and he's a mess. Allie goes home to her roommate who's also watching a teenager during the showdown of the chili. She has to be paid $5,000 to watch this guy. And I'm like, why? And then his mouth opens and word come out that is completely insane.
My love is like a boomerang. Keeps on coming back. That my woman? I love my ladies in red. Hey! Ah! Where's the rest of you? Just look in my eyes, baby. Just look in my eyes.
I blame the parent or his friends, and she needs $20,000 to watch this kid. Her friend encourages her just to go out and get some. Don't worry about meaningful relationships, just get you some. So she dresses her in a very skimpy, short outfit with some high heels, and I'm like, absolutely not. That's where you lost me. I'm like, look, no, But I get it. You got to look the part to be the part, whatever. With this new profound motivation, she goes to a club, and this kind of emphasizes the dating world in a way. You don't even need to have the mandate to show how gross some people are. She interacts with a whole bunch of just weirdos.
The back of your head is ridiculous.
No.
Where your boyfriend? Where your boyfriend at? Where your boyfriend?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Hey, can I have your number?
You got somebody talking about themselves all day, talking about what they do, talking about what they want to do to you. 5 seconds of actual decent communication and talking, then it just gets weird from there. And so then she goes into a different part of the club where there's a piano because she loves music. She plays the piano and a guy just kind of comes in there and plays with her, and they both sing a song together, like a really cute meet cute part 2. She feels like she can have a meaningful situation with this guy. They want to get it on, but they need a baggie. And so then she goes with him to find baggies, right? Switching back to Owen. Owen is now at the bar, sulking even more. He talks to the bartender and they kind of have like a cute little talk about what the situation is going on and how she is interested if he is and he is. And so she's like, okay, great. I get off in 30 minutes. You got a baggie? And he's like, I'm gonna need some air. So he dips out because he don't have one and he tries to find him a baggie. Every store ran out and Owen is desperate where he's doing nefarious things to try to find any baggie. That includes using rubber gloves and some jelly. But he realized after getting smacked in the eye with the rubber gloves that it's not working out. Anyway, so Owen and Allie meet up at a store, the convenience store, that has one final baggie left to sell. And it is worth $200. Look, I ain't mad at the store owner. Supply and demand. Supply low, demand high. Raise them prices, get that money. They're trying to get the last baggie. They both can't get it because her card isn't working. His card is broke. They just decide to steal this baggie, which is enclosed in a case held by golden statues. Fake, obviously. So they just decide to grab it, run it away. They find a corner away from the convenience store, break the glass to grab the baggie. They're trying to see who should get it. It was a team effort to get it. Allie does like, okay, let's flip the baggie to see which one. The cover is one side, the instructions and directions is on the other. And Owen is me where he's like, okay, I'm trying to think about the weight, the gravity, the pull of it from the air and all these different things. And he changes his mind. He says, cover, no instructions, no cover, no instructions. Wait, nope. Cover. That is me, bro. I am so indecisive. It's annoying. But eventually they finally pick on the side, flip it, and it drops into the sewer. Then he holds Allie's legs to grab the baggie and they eventually get it and she feels bad knowing his night wasn't going well. She gives him the baggie, but then the guy she was connecting with rides up in a motorcycle saying, hey, you got it? And then she changes her mind, steals the baggie and rides off with him on the motorcycle.
Got him!
Saying sorry. Right. So then we go into Allie where she and this guy, it's heating up in the kitchen, right? They go back to his place. They are about to go and commit the chili, but the police comes knocking on the door. Barging in, saying, hey, open up. We know you're in there, scaring them. She's freaking out. She ain't got nothing but her undergarments. And it's just a funny situation where she just realizes they are coming after him because he has committed 14 acts of chili. So he has warrants under him. Nothing horrible as far as what I can tell from this film. But he also is a con artist and stealing different artifacts and pieces in his place that are stolen. So she really got her a weird one. So she is at the police station. Owen meets somebody on an app. At this point, he gave up and he just wants to find someone just to fill in the space. He finds a beautiful woman on the app and she wants to meet in the nearby woods. And I don't care how much you want it. You don't meet nobody in the woods, especially during this night, because I'm thinking this is easy targeting. You're vulnerable. So he meets this woman, get into it, but she basically zip ties his arms to branches and steals his money and goes to the next person on the app.
Got to see it through, my boy.
So now he is in his undergarments, and so now he's in the police station with Allie. They keep meeting up. Owen is thinking, oh, well, you know, we keep meeting up like this. Maybe fate, maybe this is meant for us to do something. And then as he says that, police then gives him his stuff back with the jellies, rubber gloves, and other nefarious things that he had in his person to try to find a baggie for the bartender who at this point is gone. She's like, nah, bruh, I'm good. Based on what you got, I'm gonna be safer with the bear. With the stranger. Which I respect, because it's like, just because we keep meeting don't mean jack, bro. Especially what you got. I don't know what you want to do. It ain't that type of party. I'm sorry. Then they leave the police station and they hear a group of people talking about how there's a party that is nearby. So they follow them to this party through the train station. And as they're following them, they start to get a little open with each other, you know, saying like, hey, you're a cool dude. We can just talk and stuff. So she tells him the reason why she has her tattoo, which is of a little red lighthouse. And it just means something to to her from her grandmother. And they even had a moment where they talked about each other's facial features, like how her legs make no sense and how his ears is like doors or something. And it's so funny how people make fun of each other, because it's like people want to assume models, actors, people don't have insecurities. Trust that they do. Everyone has insecurities. So it's just funny how people can make fun of each other and just take it as a joke or a little jab, believe they're the most beautiful person they ever met. So they follow this group to a party, and they were never invited. They just heard about it. So bouncers or security there is like surveying to see who these people are. And Owen tries to act like he got this under control, but he seems a little too thirsty when he obviously isn't on the list. She's just chilling. And they're like, okay, you can go. He's thirsty. So she goes into the party. He's left outside. Wow. She goes in and realizes that one of her favorite singers is performing. And so she's just kind of scared and trying to talk to him. Owen is outside the club, about to get ready to leave, when a very dominant woman who is all games and all business comes in and takes a very big interest into Owen. She brings him into the club because whatever she says goes.
Why are you speaking?
They end up seeing Allie, who is looking at the singer. So the woman brings the singer towards them because that's what she does. Hey, come here. Yes, because I said so. They talk about how Allie can sing. Allie is freaking out. The woman is like, you will sing. And she was like, okay, no. But then she does it anyway. There are moments within this film where she starts to daydream of what she would like to happen, but then reality sets in and it doesn't. So for instance, she envisions people looking at her singing along with the song that she's performing, but meanwhile nobody did that, and it was just Owen who was just being supportive, watching her sing and everything like that. So Allie's favorite singer takes an interest in her and takes her to his studio so they can have some fun chili. And Owen's date is like, we're doing this, and takes him off so they can have some chili. Now, mind you, Owen lives with his mom and he cannot stay there because she has her own chili date, but he has no other place to go. So Owen takes his date and breaks into his own house so they can have quiet-ish chili on the couch. The mom comes down in bubble wrap with her chili date. Owen's date is like, okay, no, I'm not that adventurous. No couples. He was like, man, that wasn't the point. And so she leaves and Owen is left defeated. For Allie, she goes with the studio guy. She's excited to meet him. Never meet your heroes. This is also surreal. And he starts to serenade her and she asks if she can use the bathroom, comes back to see him in his underwear. Nope. And he's also standing on a piano. Serenading her about how she can sing, and then starts to go from how she can sing to what he wants to do to her. So I'm thinking in my head while watching this, please fall. Please fall off the piano, please fall. Because I'm like, why? And I didn't mean for it to actually be a thing, but he actually falls off the piano. I think he gets a concussion and now she has to ride in the ambulance going with him to the hospital. And so at this point she's like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I can have something meaningful with Owen because he was the only decent-ish guy that she's met all night. She goes to his pizza shop where she finds Owen there. They basically have a cute little moment. Now she's been in this dress and heels all night and it's very uncomfortable because it looked uncomfortable. As soon as I saw her, I was uncomfortable for her. And noticing this, Owen offers her a t-shirt that she can wear just to be a little bit comfortable. And he says, what's your favorite pizza? I'll cook it for you.
Oh my God.
And I tell you, it's the smallest, intentional, considerate things. I'm not even kidding. Here's another tidbit for guys. Just saying. Girls too, don't matter. You noticing something like that. Your feet hurt. Want to wear my shoes for a bit? I see you uncomfortable. Here's a large t-shirt. You want to wear it? You hungry? I got some food I can cook for you. It's not even talking about stuff. It's so funny how non-spicy things can be so spicy. It's not even a joke. It's 100% facts. Just saying.
Period. 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 Period.
This obviously warms her up to Owen because he cooks and he's considerate. And so they basically, just talk and stuff. Owen's phone rings and it turns out it is his ex-girlfriend. He asks Allie, what should I do? She says, don't pick it up. And so that kind of intensifies the situation where they go to the back and things start to get spicy, right? Turns out that was all in her head. And what really happened, his phone did ring, and it is his ex-girlfriend or his girlfriend. She then says, you should answer it.
Lord, quick question. Are they all this slow?
I'm sorry. What? Okay. Why? Literally the moment that they have to continue the plot, I was like, all right, dumb decision, but whatever. You got that choice? Crazy. Anyway, he picks up the phone. The girlfriend is like, I'm so sorry. I should have never said I wanted to do that. I didn't go through with it at all. I want you, blah, blah, blah. Come back home. Please come back to me, right? Awkwardly, he agrees.
Sensational.
To me, it's the mental image of anything. I always like to assume if you don't like something that I do or vice versa, I like to put myself in someone else's shoes to assume how they would feel, right? It's called empathy. To try it. If I have a mental image of you wanting to have chili with someone else, as in this is a choice you wanted to do and not with me, why are we together? Goodbye. So the fact that she's like, oh, I didn't do it. I'm like, I don't care. It's the idea that you wanted to do it on the day. So for some reason, he was like, oh, I have no self-esteem. And so he goes back to her. He also asked Allie to close up shop. He goes back to his girlfriend's apartment, and turns out he realized he made a mistake. Realizes he actually had a good connection with Allie and liked her.
Oh my God! Wow!
And he goes to try to find her. I think she at one point mentioned her address, and he went by there, pressed all the buttons to find where Allie is and everything, because I don't think she made it home yet. People are like from the apartment complex, be quiet, shut up. And he's like, Allie, and describing her and everything like that. So he still tries to find her. Allie then goes back to her apartment, and she finally changes. This was such a relief. I kid you not. The shirt was nice, but the overall shoes was also on me, bro. The heels was bugging me. I knew she was hurting in them shoes.
Help is on the way, dear!
Mrs. Doubtfire!
Help is on the way!
So they finally had her change to some sensible shoes and change clothes, right? And her roommate, who's watching the gross kid, the kid was like, by the way, somebody was looking for you. And she was like, who? He was like, well, he was talking about how, she's a brunette and everything, and I think he was talking about you. This was a little while ago. She's shocked, and then she just hopes that he's at the lighthouse, told her about the tattoo. So she goes and grabs a bike and rides to the lighthouse, a little red lighthouse, and she goes all the way up to the top to try to see if she could find him, and he's not there. She feels sad and comes back down and sees him with 2 cups of coffee. They had some time left of the countdown for premarital chili, and they go into the lighthouse to try to get it on, but he stops and was like, you know what? We don't have to do this. We don't have to feel pressure to abide by their mandated rules. Why don't we just get to know each other, build a connection, and see where that takes us, which is sticking it to the man, I guess. And she's like, 100% agree. So they do not have premarital chili. They go to the top of the lighthouse, open it. They're in a actual commercial video being filmed of one of the products that she was singing for. They don't have any premarital chili, and then they wait the next year till the mandate starts up again where they can all commence the chili. So at this point, they are living together. The movie basically ends with Owen and Allie happily, cutely together, and then they go into the room and they have chili, but they close the door so they don't show us or anything. I thought this movie was hilarious. It was very funny. I honestly enjoyed it in a way. I wouldn't watch it again, but I definitely think it made me chuckle, and I was into it throughout the entire time. It goes to show you that when it comes to these type of things, to not be into the pressure. Now, personally for me, I think those topics shouldn't be as taboo. If you do not want to have premarital chili, you shouldn't have to. I personally believe in waiting until marriage. That's just my preference, and this is based on my beliefs and what God intended, and just me being a Christian overall. But there are people who been having it, who are Christian, who are not, since the beginning of time. I mean, this has always been a thing people have done. and to put a mandate on it is an interesting concept. Now, I will say, when it comes to the dating world, again, this could be seen as either a comedy or a horror thriller, because I do feel like it's hard to really assume someone is going to be with you or just dating you for the intentions of just wanting to know you and to either be with you. For certain people, dating until they get chilly or just wanting that only. And I think that these are conversations that shouldn't be taboo in dating. It's more of like, I want to know what your intentions are, you know? Because it is scary, especially in the dating world, where people don't even feel comfortable going on dates because they feel like they owe them. Like, I know for sure for women, because I've gone through those, where you have guys wanting to just take you out on a date, pay for the date in exchange for that. It's like, no, we're getting to know each other, but if you have to pay for me so I give you some, I might as well just pay my half because I don't want to owe you that ever, if that's your mentality. And people's ego are so fragile that they just want to believe that they're the hot stuff, and if they're not, especially when a woman is like, or a guy is like, no, I'm good, then they go berserk and crazy, and that's dangerous because people literally have lost their lives rejecting someone just because they don't want to. I rate this movie 3.5 chocolates. Well, that is my review. I appreciate you for watching. I would love your comments on what you think if you watched it, and let your light shine bright for all to see, and I will see you in the next video.